Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to Summertime Tarot. For those of you who don't know, my name is Summer. This is a mid-month reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, right? But it's a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, that's when the message was meant for you, all right? But we're just going to be taking a look at what's going on with you, any advice, messages that want to come through. Okay, but let's get started. We're going to start with an affirmation for you. So let's see, an affirmation for Sagittarius. Ooh, okay. So we have here, I am in charge of my emotions. And then we have, I am allowed to say no. All right. Whenever I see this this card, it always makes me think I'm a big kid now. Okay. So some of you could be throwing some temper tantrums or like want things to go your way even, right? But I feel like it's kind of time for you to kind of like take control, right? To take charge. Your question to ponder: what can I do in the moments I feel powerless? When am I most likely to feel a particular emotion? How can I remind myself of the power I have over my emotional state? Yeah, I feel like, especially with that, I'm allowed to say no coming up, right? You may be having a hard time, like, controlling your emotions, or just, you could be in a space where you just don't know how to voice your emotions in a healthy manner, right? Because if you look at the image, it may be just like, it may be a lot going on for you right now. But let's see what's going on here. Excuse me. Oh, wow. But I said a while because this card was on the bottom of the deck when I did your pre-shuffle. So it's mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of get the feeling here, right? Like, you've been making moves. I feel like making moves for yourself, for your betterment. But I feel like here with this evil queen showing up, it says you deserve sugar, not salt. Like, some people may be salty about it. You know what I mean? Some people may be salty. Or you could just be in a space where you're afraid to make that move, to make that change, right? Because this card for me, like, always makes me think of, what is it? Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, right? I feel like you're currently in a space where you're trying to change yourself. You're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to kind of build yourself up, right? But I feel like there's people around you here with this evil queen who may not be happy about it, who may be salty, or who just kind of maybe want you or want things to go back to how they were, right? Bottom of the deck, we do have bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. Yeah. I feel like this is you very much like taking your power back. Yeah. And I feel like currently you're in a space where you know, you have these dreams, you have these goals that you want to pursue, but I feel like you're still kind of unsure, right? You may be unsure about how other people will react, right? But it's time for you to kind of stop worrying about, I feel like, right, with the nostalgia here, focus on the here and now. To stop worrying about other people, what other people are going to think, or how other people see you, or what other people want, what happened in the past, whatever it is, and to start like really focusing on you and what you want, and like making moves towards that, and not allowing the desires or the feelings of other people to kind of control you or control where it is you're trying to go or what it is you're trying to do. Okay? But I want to clarify some things. Let's look here at Evil Queen. Sorry for the noise in the background, you guys. Oh my goodness. My bad. Let's look here at the Evil Queen. So we have here the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is you being like kind of worried about how other people are going to react, how they're going to see you, right? It could even be like you're afraid of kind of this change, this shift, moving differently, right? You could even still be conflicted about, you know, where it is you're trying to go, what it is you're trying to do. You're trying to kind of get your ducks in a row. But I feel like you could be in a space where you may be feeling like you're kind of fighting against other people, or what other people want, or how other people feel, or even just, this could even just be yourself, right? Because we do have the Mirror here. Right? So don't be being salty with yourself. You know what I mean? Like, take it easy on yourself. Allow yourself to kind of, I feel, to kind of step into your power. All right? Let's look here at Sword. Okay. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, the Devil. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, you're currently in a space where, like, it looks like the changes you're trying to make have to do with, right, for some of you, it could be to do with, like, your career, your life path, the things you're, like, pursuing here in the physical world. For others, it could be even, like, a relationship, a partnership here with someone that you may need to, right, cut off. Because it's right, it's kind of with the Chariot here and the Devil, like it's almost like leading to nowhere. That's the first thing that came to mind. But either way, I feel like it's kind of toxic, right? These could be toxic habits or beliefs about yourself, right? Toxic partnerships, relationships in general, that kind of keep you stuck in the same old, repeating patterns that don't allow you to be the best version of yourself, right? And I feel like I am in charge of my emotions. It's like you have all of these emotions that you may not be looking at, right? But they may be bubbling out of control because you haven't given it the time that it needs to kind of come up so that you can process it, so you can understand it, and to start like making the necessary changes that your emotions are kind of trying to get you to see need to be made, if that makes any sense. Okay. Yeah, but I totally feel like this is like dreams. Like I feel like this has to do with, you know, something that you want for yourself. You could have, right, with the nostalgia coming up here, it could have been something that you've been thinking about, that you've been hoping for or wanting for a long time, but you haven't gotten up the courage up or the will to kind of do it because you're kind of still afraid to make that change, to take that leap towards what it is you really want for yourself, right? And I feel like it's really time for you to kind of like take it easy on yourself. You could be beating up on yourself, like, why haven't I, you know, made as much progress, or why haven't I done this, right? But it's like, let it take its time, okay? But let's look here at nostalgia. Yeah, it could be like you may be letting, ooh, child. You could be letting like your fears and right, going forward, just make sure you're not allowing your fears and insecurities to kind of come up and like to start dictating what you do, okay? Hold on, the cards are going crazy, but yeah, I feel like you could be worrying. Yeah, like worrying that what you want won't come to pass. And it's time for you to kind of to nip that in the bud. And I feel to like just to keep pursuing what it is that you want. Okay, but let's look here at library. Okay, so we have Justice, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, the song that's coming to my mind is "We Like to Party." Hey. Hey, I don't know why this goes to my mind, but yeah, swagger right. It's time for you to get your swagger right. Yeah, and stop focusing on what it is that, you know, is like kind of out of your control, like other people, what's going on with them. But also like it may be that you're like losing focus, or like you may be like your focus may be all over the place, and it's time for you to kind of get that in check and to start channeling your energy in one direction on a consistent basis. Right? I feel like it could be like you may be getting ahead of yourself, or getting kind of afraid that what you want, oh my goodness, that what you want won't come to pass. But I feel like it's because you're looking at, it could be either other people and what they're doing, or you're looking at like how chaotic or how crazy things are now, or like how things aren't lining up now, and it's making you question yourself, or making you feel like you can't do it, or making you feel like it'll never happen. But it's kind of time for you to kind of like focus on where it is you're trying to go, focus on what it is you can do here and now to get you to where it is you're trying to go, and kind of stop worrying about like all of the steps. Like, just focus on what you can do right now. Keep the vision, keep the focus, okay? But let's see what you can do to stay on track. And then we're going to pull your goddess card and some advice, okay? Alright, so we have here the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it's time for you to kind of start listening to yourself, right? You could be putting the advice or the desires or just thinking about or focusing on what other people are doing or what other people are saying or how other people feel. It's time for you to kind of start focusing on yourself, right? We do have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, right? It's time for you to like figure out like what you need to do going forward, not like what other people think or whatever. It's kind of time for you to focus on what you can do, right? But also like don't be like, ooh, I say like a lot, but okay, impartial. Like you need to be, is it impartial or partial? I don't know, but it's kind of time for you to like, yeah, grain of salt, like to take what people are saying or how people are feeling with a grain of salt, right? It's kind of time for you to focus on what you feel is best, what's working for you, and to continue to work it. Flip it and reverse it. Okay? But let's get you a goddess here. Yeah, and you could be like all over the place and like what you're doing, what you're focusing on. Like it's time for you to get focused on what's in like your best interest, right? Don't be like all over the place, worried about all these different things. Like start focusing on, you know, what you can do here and now to get to where it is you really want to be. Okay. Boo, hey. Excuse me. All right. Okay, looks like you got two. So we have I don't know how to pronounce her name, and Nua. So two N's. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Bottom of the deck we have Oba. All right, so Newt resurrection and Nua creation. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like it's time for you to kind of start, recreating yourself and your life in the image of, right? We do have the mirror. In the image of how you want it to be. Who is it that you want it to? Who is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to create in this world? It's kind of time for you to start, I feel like, tapping into your inner self, your inner knowing, your inner goddess or God, whatever you want to say, your inner knowing about who you are and what you're meant to create here on this earth. And to start creating it, to start believing that you can create it, right? I feel like that's the first part. To start believing that you can, knowing that you can. Okay, but let's read from the book for these two goddesses. So for, is it Newt? I don't know, Nut. Please forgive me if I, okay, you have the power to reinvent yourself at any moment. Bring yourself up from what may feel like the bottom. You can overcome the challenges that have been set forth before you. Goddess of the sky and rebirth. Nua, goddess of creation, Nua is signaling to use the raw material of your life to create something meaningful, perhaps to find your very purpose. All right. And let's get here some advice for you. And then we'll say our goodbyes. All right. What's the advice here for Sagittarius? Oh, that's too many. It's a whole 3. Hold on. Just one, please. Thank you. So we have here rest. Take a time out. Okay, so let's read from the book for rest. All right. If you fetch this card, it means you've been too much on the go in some area of your life, and it's high time to sit and stay. Sometimes we don't even know how hard we've been hitting it until we stop and take that long jaw-dropping yawn. Running yourself to exhaustion, physically, mentally, or emotionally, can take its toll. If you keep it up, in the long run, you'll be a dead dog. What's driving you anyway? Is it so urgent or critical that you can't even take a little cat nap? Never a cat nap, let alone catch up with your tail, which you've been chasing. Give it a rest. In the larger pen of life, where do you not allow yourself to recharge and regenerate, thinking that all the responsibility is yours and Earth will leave its orbit if you don't take care of it? That's a pretty big ball of a burden you're balancing on your nose. How can you create a time out for yourself and let others know you simply must if you're going to be any good for them or yourself? Yes, dog years are shorter, but even for humans, this doesn't mean everything has to happen at once. How can you break it down, slow it down, and ask for help? It's also a good time to rest your mind. What recurrent or habitual thoughts are gnawing at you, continually creating worry and fear? What thoughts help you relax? You can get into a more restful state of mind by thinking of someone you love, something you're grateful for, something you've already achieved, or something you're looking forward to achieving. You might want to change the scenery as well. What environments most put you at ease and quiet the hyper shepherd in you? Now go lie down. So what about that vacation, retreat, or respite you've been putting off? It's time to drop your reservations and make that reservation. Give yourself the gift of self-love through self-care. And right now, take a mini vacation by slowing and lengthening your breathing, closing your eyes, dropping your shoulders, and just spacing out for a while. No race to run, no bone to fetch, no plans for the moment. Just say that out loud to yourself, and you'll notice an immediate change. And go ahead, nap like a cat. All right? No race to run, no bone to fetch, no plans for the moment. Yeah, I feel like it's time for you to kind of like allow yourself a respite, right? To allow yourself to kind of just be in the moment. And I feel like that's when you're going to start seeing things kind of take off for you, right? Because I feel like you may, be either all in your head or like really just like kind of worrying about other people or what it is you're trying to create. And it's like kind of time for you to kind of take a breather and to know that like it's gonna work out. You got this. It's just gonna have to happen in its time. All right, but that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this reading helped you in some way. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out.